This is another episode from 5 Minutes or Less with Jesus. Imagine passing by and seeing a sign that says, sheep for sale. Ezekiel 34:31 says, and ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your God, saith the Lord. At a quick glance at the sign that says sheep for sale will reveal a pasture with sheep grazing contently. In this reading, God's people as a flock of sheep, Jesus painted the same picture in John 10. All God's sheep on earth face a common enemy, the devil, the wolf, Satan, the deceiver, the destroyer. The devil, the one that tries to trip you up. That's where the word devil comes from. It means to javel or javelin, throw a javelin. Well, when he sees sheep, he sees them as prospects, and he looks to see if he can buy them or if he can steal them or even lead them astray. False doctrine is one thing that puts God's sheep in danger also. A popular false doctrine today is that after a person becomes one of God's sheep, he can never lose that position. That's called the doctrine of eternal security. It's false. But Jesus said, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom. Luke 9:62. This shows that it is possible to become unfit for the kingdom after starting out. Satan is reaching into God's flock and trying to convince many that they can return to their old lives of sin and still be saved. It's a lie. One of his names, the father of lies. Thus, giving them a false hope of heaven. Occasionally, a sheep will stray away from the flock and the shepherd. Important. Pastures appear greener beyond the boundaries set for the sheep. Remember, with sheep and pastures or areas to graze in, the pastor even knows where to lead you. They know where to lead you. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He leadeth me into green pastures. But often the pasture across the other side over there looks greener than where you are, but it's false. It is an illusion. The mountains of sin are barren. There's nothing growing there. Our true shepherd furnishes us with plenty of pastures and the waters of life. Psalms 23:2 speaks of green pastures and still water. God does not offer his sheep up for sale. He calls his flock my flock. In today's key verse, if any sheep is stolen or wanders away, his son seeks to rescue them. He said he would leave the 99 and go after the one. He does everything short of forcing it to return when he finds it. If you were once one of God's sheep, but are now straying, allow Jesus to find you and lay hold on you and put you on his shoulders. He will gladly bring you back to the fold and the flock. For additional reading, read Songs of Solomon 6-8. Can I tell you something? This has been another message from 5 Minutes or Less with Jesus.